So we're live with Alex from the Odyssey by Musafir, the last trip we added on Travel Tribe. And he was just telling me about the values of the Odyssey and the team that created the trip. So Alex, I give it to you. Please continue.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, actually the Odyssey is called the Pamoja Odyssey. Pamoja in Swahili and other languages mean together. So it's a really it's a co-creative experience, and I'll tell you a little more about that. And the Odyssey itself is the first commercial trip of the Musafir. Musafir is the name of the boat that will welcome us during these 6 weeks. And Musafir means traveler in Swahili and Arabic and many other languages as well. The story of the boat itself is amazing. It was born from the mind of this amazing guy, and I hope we can talk with him soon, Paolo. He was traveling with one of his friends, a Maasai friend, and they crossed over South Africa, Mozambique, with no paper and no money for 5,000 kilometers, and it was really to defend the values of peace, unity, and freedom across different cultures and different people. And during this trip, at the end of this trip, he wanted to keep on defending these values and creating a platform to bring people together and really exchange knowledge and skills across cultures. So he started having this crazy idea to build a boat, a sailing boat, only made of wood, cotton, and goodwill, really. Yeah. So he started building that with the local community in Kenya, in a region of Kilifi, and that's where the Odyssey will start. And 7 years later, there's the community of people got brought together by the Musafir. There's been a lot of vocations created, a lot of people who started business, being inspired by the whole project there. And now the Musafir is ready to sail. So a year ago, there's been many sailing trips, but like smaller sailing trips just off the coast of Kenya. And the Odyssey, the Pamoja Odyssey, will be the first commercial trip that will go beyond Kenya, and we will go down to Tanzania as well over 6 weeks.
Beautiful. And who are you expecting on the boat? Who are the ideal guests?
So the whole idea of the Pamoja Odyssey was really to help the Musafir start their commercial journey and inspire all the communities around the world to come and use this platform. We started this project with so I don't know if know Sandbox, but basically it's a bunch of change makers from all around the world. There's no selection of wealth or color of skins or anything. All you have to be is to be ready to co-create with other people and exchange your skills and be ready to become a Musafiri, so a sailor on board the boat, really. So anybody can join. The cost is quite minimal. It's $50 per day per person, more or less. It's a bit cheaper if you stay longer. So we wanted to keep it like that, to not select with the wealth of the participants, but maybe what is good is to come with an intention as well on board, either to share one of your skills or to learn something as well. The typical on board the experience. So you don't have to come for the 6 weeks. We hope that some people will join us for 6 weeks. Actually, probably 6 people, including me, will stay for the whole trip. And then at the end of the trip, by the way, the boat will keep on moving, so you'll still be able to prolong your journey there. But the idea is you can join at any time. You can hop in and out for a tranche of 1 week. And the typical program of 1 week is We will sail for a couple of days, then we will arrive in one island or in one location, and then we'll start exchanging with the local community. People will know who we are, but not necessarily know what we can do together. So our goal is to, every time we arrive in one place, is to really observe and talk to the people. One group will probably go with the chief the chief of the village. Another group will observe the surroundings. Another group will go and play with the kids. And then after one day or two of observation and communication, we'll just gather and we'll start co-creating a festival. So the idea is we sail for 2 days, we stay for 5 days in one location, generally an island. And during these 5 days, we will co-create a festival that we will run on the last night in this location all together. And this festival, we have a few tools in our toolbox already, like a film festival. So we have a projector, and it's very basic, but we only have like low-tech elements. Maybe the projector is the high-tech we will have. There is possibility to charge your and your phones or your cameras on board the boat. We have solar panels. Otherwise, everything is fully with the sail and the sun, basically. But then really the goal is to create this festival all together at the end. And then once the festival is done, we just say goodbye to everyone, and then we move on to the next adventure, to the next location, to do the same thing again. So every week will be different. Every week will be a new co-creation.
So every week depends on. Okay, I'm hearing. Every week depends on who is joining your trip and then what they are co-creating together. So the week starts, the guests join you, and it is open to everyone. Ideally, the guests that are joining you are artists and they are intentional travelers, and they are in to co-create an experience for the whole group, right?
Yeah. So really, if you come with a specific skill, so let's say, okay, the easiest is like you're a yoga teacher, right? Or maybe you run some breath work, or you know about maybe you're a facilitator of some sort, of any kind of activity. Then you can share that with the Musafiri, with the travelers on board the boat. But also you will learn other skills from the other people, right? 10 out of the 35 people on board will be local, will be the sailors, so professional sailors. But these guys will become our friends, and we will cook together. We will learn how to sail together as well. And then when we get on land, we will start maybe run some exercises together, but really there will be this exchange of skills constantly. You don't have to come with a certain skill. Maybe you will come to write a book, for example. We have a friend who wrote a children book, and she will come to meet with all the local communities and learn about all the children's stories that are told in these communities. And then from that, she will draw things. She's a cartoon drawer. She'll write a story. So you can come with your own project as well, and the environment will be very stimulating. One yeah. One thing that really marked me, actually, because I've been through this kind of sailing trip as well in this region, and that's what generated our will to bring this experience to other people. One beautiful thing was really to be in complete tune with the elements, with the tides and the wind. The boat doesn't move if there's no wind. If there's low tides, the boat is sitting on the sand. So we're just enjoying the surroundings, waiting for nature to take somewhere else. So really this adventure really brings like an inner peace. And friends as well on board the boat, so the sailors, it's an amazing feeling because we feel at home very quickly, and we are able to communicate with populations who are a bit alien to us when we are sitting in Europe or in the US. So it's a real intimate experience with nature and local communities.
I love it. So the trip has two main sides. One is for the guests that are going to connect and have an intimate experience of co-creation on the boat and in the village. And the other side of the trip is that everyone will get off the boat and go into the village and connect with the locals. You would be dividing into different groups, talking with the elder of the village, with the children, being the and kind of connect with them, have conversations, and then based on what is gathered from that, you would create a festival on the last night. And you're going to celebrate and then move on. Next week is going to be a new group. And you're going to do that for 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh my God, that is so exciting.
When are you joining? The beauty is we will start in Kilifi as well, where the boat has been built for 7 years. So our first festival will be in the first week, in the very first few days. So we will all learn together how to put up such an event, and there will be like a giant party really with all the people who are being connected to the boat to kind of launch the project. And the core team, the 6 or 7 people plus the crew, will have this experience of the first festival in a friendly environment, we'll say. So we will have this knowledge with us as means the trip will benefit from all this knowledge of setting up and producing an event with the people we are visiting. And but each event will be very different because each community will be different size. There will be more or less children. Maybe sometimes we'll gather a few villages. Sometimes we'll only be with one village. We are visiting as well very small islands, but we're visiting also Zanzibar, where Zanzibar is like a much bigger, much larger island, and we'll be close to hotels as well. So there, maybe the fancier people from the hotels might join our festival as well. So really, each week will be a very different feel, and to capture all that, to capture this exercise in co-creation, and that's why the tagline of the Odyssey is a radical act of co-creation. You will recognize that is the idea. The idea is we will be ourselves and we'll meet people who are themselves because we will meet them where they live. So here it is radical because we don't know what's going to happen, and the beauty is the group itself will co-create in this changing environment, and we will be there ready to listen to what people want and what people want to co-create with us.
So then you said 6 of you guys are going to stay on board for this whole 6 weeks, and the other ones, the guests are, we don't know what's going to happen and who's going to join us. But can you tell me a little bit about the background of the people that will stay on board?
Yeah. So I will start. I will start with the crew actually. So there will be Paolo. We will try him introduce himself, but Paolo is amazing. He's the instigator of this whole project from 7 years ago. 3 of us from the Sandbox community, although I'm just a guest. But the most important are Alicia and Sebastian, and they're from a company called What Took You So Long. So their goal is to bring together filmmakers and producers with NGOs and tell stories around the world. So they've been doing that for many years already. So they will be on board, and they've been living in East Africa for many years as well. So they, as along with the crews, so the sailors who are Swahili and from East Africa as well, they will bring this understanding of the local populations, and we won't arrive as little white people having fun. We'll really arrive with a mission to listen and work with the people there. And so Alicia and Sebastian will really create this content, which is also interesting actually for a few people who will be on board who have personal brands, or maybe they uh, Instagrammers, or YouTubers, or professional travelers, and they like to communicate about their experiences. So here there will be a good occasion to create a lot of content and have a very valuable experience. So there's 4 more people as well who will be there for the 6 weeks. Uh, I do not know them personally. They most of them are from Kenya or from Italy, and they're like friends of Paolo. So I haven't met them yet. I will meet them a few days before the trip.
Okay, amazing. This is very exciting. I'm just like you're talking, and I'm thinking I want to share this with a couple of friends that I'm sure they would love it. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sharing about the trip. Is there anything you want to add to this video for the affiliates, for Travel Tribers?
Um, I'm looking forward to have Paolo as well on this feed, because next week he will be able to have this video live from the Musafir. I'm not in Kenya yet. Yeah. I'm still in France. I will go to Kenya in 2 or 3 weeks for a few days before the trip to prepare. But the boat will be ready and go to water in a few hours now. So next week when we have another call with Paolo, I hope we can do something, the 3 of us. You'll be able to show your community the boat and the beautiful people who are there, and the beautiful smile they have on. Mhm.
That's exciting. That's exciting. Okay, so yeah, Paolo was going to join us today, but he's busy with the boat. Next week, hopefully, we're going to have another live video and talk to Paolo, and you guys are going to see him as well. But then in the meantime, if you want to share this trip with your friends, and if you have any questions about it, you can email me, and Alex can affiliates email you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have Travel Tribe Warriors. Warriors are the ones that are kind of like mentors that work with travel tribers to increase their sales, help them promote trips, and in a more like professional way. So warriors are experienced digital nomads and digital marketers, and they help. And you'll probably hear from the warriors, not travel tribers.
Okay. And maybe another thing to add. There is just right by where the Musafir is moored. The Musafir will be used as a floating hotel actually for the New Year's Eve party. So if there are some travel tribe warriors who are in the region and who are looking for some party there in East Africa, they could join the New Year's Eve and then jump on the Odyssey just after. And I'm sure we can organize as well the rest of the trip for them. So if they join the Odyssey, we have a lot of friends in the region with lots of cool events, including Africa Burn in end of April. And before that, some of our friends are in some festivals. So any questions, send in my way, and we can organize the whole trip in East Africa as well, including the Odyssey.
That's exciting. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video. Thank you for giving us your time and sharing about the trip. Alex.
Thank you. See you soon.